everyone, my name is Katya, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this bag. It is one of my favorite bags to make. I will show you how to work on the hexagons first, and we need a total of 7. Then we'll attach them by whip stitching them, and it's easy to do. It's not that hard. I will show you how to assemble it, and then we'll work on the strap and wait until the end. I do have a tip for you on how to make this beautiful strap. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This bag is measuring 10 inches wide. The tallest part would be 9 inches long, and the shortest part would be 7 inches. And the inside looks like this. For this project, you're going to need number 4 medium weight yarn. I'm going to be using acrylic yarn. You can use cotton yarn if you want to. You're also going to need your 3.5mm crochet hook, scissors, and a tapestry needle. We're going to start with the slip knot. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch into the first chain, which is right over here, to create a ring. You can also work a magic ring if you want to. I'm going to be working my yarn in, so I'm just going to hold on to it. Chain 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Work 1 more double crochet into the ring. So far we have 2 double crochets, including this chain 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Work 2 double crochets into the ring. Here's 1 and 1 more. And now we're just going to repeat chain 2 and work 2 double crochets into the ring. Here's 1 and 1 more double crochet. Continue working like that, working your 2 chains with 2 double crochets until you have a set of 6, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. To end round 1, chain 2 and slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain. So here's 1, 2, 3. Right over here, we're going to slip stitch. So pick up both loops and slip stitch. Now go ahead and cut your yarn. We're going to be changing color. Pull your hook out. And here's round 1. We have 6 chain 2 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what I like to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use my hook and bring this yarn tail into the chain 2 space, because I am going to be working all my yarn tails in as I work. Now it's ready to go. For round 2, you're going to change your color, and we're going to be starting in any of the chain 2 spaces. So I'm just going to choose this one. Insert your hook into that chain 2 space. Wrap your new color around your hook and pull through. Or let me try it one more time. Like that. Hold on to your yarn tail. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Work 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space. So far we have 2 double crochets, which includes this chain 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and go back into that same chain 2 space and work 2 more double crochets. Here's 1, and work 1 more double crochet. Now really quickly, what I want to do here is move this yarn tail into this chain 2 space. So I'm just going to be using any of the stitches. Insert my hook into those stitches. It's a little bit tight. And then one more time, using any of the loops that I can find in the chain 2 space, and move my yarn tail into that space. And let's continue. Into this chain 2 space, I'm going to be working this yarn tails in. Work 2 double crochets, 1, and here's my second double crochet, chain 2, and work 2 more double crochets back into that chain 2 space. Let's go ahead and cut these yarn tails. We don't need them. Now we're just going to repeat. Into the next chain 2 space, work 2 double crochets. Chain 2, and work 2 more double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. Now like that, continue working into each chain 2 space, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. To end round 2, we're just going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain. So here's 1, 2, 3 into this space. Go ahead, pick up both loops and slip stitch. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Here's 1, slip stitch, and slip stitch 1 more into the chain 2 space. We're going to work into this chain 2 space. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Now back into this chain 2 space, we're going to work 6 more double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With this chain 3, we should have a total of 7. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now jump into the next chain 2 space and repeat. You're going to work 7 double crochets into this chain 2 space. And that's the repeat. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now just go ahead and repeat into next chain 2 space. You're going to work 7 double crochets and then repeat into the following chain 2 spaces. And I'll meet you at the end of this round. To end, we're just going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain, the beginning of the round. Go ahead and cut your yarn. Let's fasten off. Round 3 is finished. For round 4, we're going to start in the beginning of the first double crochet. So I'm going to choose this one. So here we have a set of 7 double crochets. I'm going to insert my hook right into the first double crochet and use my new color. Chain 1. Now back into the same stitch where we chain 1 into this first stitch, work 1 single crochet. Once again, work your yarn tail in, and then to the next 6 stitches, work 1 single crochet. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to work a long single crochet using the space between the 7 double crochets that we worked on, but instead of going into this space, we're going to jump into the second round space. So here's our round 1, here's round 2. So we're going to use the space right in here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now bring up a long loop. We have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Into the next 7 stitches, work 1 single crochet. So pull this long stitch over. You'll see there's 1 stitch right here. Work 1 single crochet into that stitch and work 1 single crochet on top of the next stitches. You should have a total of 7. So here's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now again, we're going to work a long single crochet, not in here, but using this space right here. We're going to bring up a long loop and yarn over and pull through both loops. Next, work 1 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then repeat. Work your long single crochet. So don't go into the space, but go into the space right here. Bring out a long loop and yarn over and pull through both loops. So like that, continue working and I'll meet you at the end of this round. To end round 4, don't forget to work your last long single crochet and then slip stitch into the first single crochet of this round. And at the end, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long single crochets. Now let's go ahead and fasten up and cut our yarn. Round 5 is our last round, and we're going to start using this stitch. So here's my long single crochet, and I'm going to skip it and start right over here into the single crochet. Pull your new yarn through, hold on to your yarn tail, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Work 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So here's 1. And then work 1 double crochet into the following stitch. So far we have 3 double crochet. Into the following stitch, we're going to work a corner, which is 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double crochet back into that same stitch. Now work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and I am working my yarn tails in. Next, we're just going to work 1 double crochet right on top of this long single crochet of the previous round. And repeat. Work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Work a corner into the next stitch, which is 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double crochet back into that same stitch. Work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then work 1 double crochet right on top of the long single crochet of the previous round. And that's the repeat. So you're going to continue and repeat all of this around, and I'll meet you right over here. We'll finish off together. To end this round, don't forget to work your last double crochet right on top of the long single crochet of the previous round. And to end, we're just going to slip stitch right on top of the 3rd chain, the beginning of the round. And you can fasten up, cut your yarn. And this is how it looks like. Now next, let's just go ahead and work on these 2 yarn tails really quickly, and I'll show you how to weave them in. Let's go ahead and work on the middle one. Go ahead and pull on this yarn tail and tighten the center. Using the back loops, we're just going to insert the needle using the loops. Pull through. Now drop 1 loop and come back where we started. You can pick up more loops if you want to. Pull through. Drop 1 more loop and go back up. And you're done. You can cut this yarn tail. Let's go ahead and repeat the same thing to this yarn tail. You're going to need a total of 7 to make the bag. I have 1 more to go. I'm going to finish this really quickly and then I'll get back to you, and then we'll sew these pieces together. To sew these pieces together to create a bag, we need a center piece, and then these 2 are going to come right over here these two are going to be attached this way, and then this one is going to be attached at the bottom, and then we'll fold it and attach the 7th piece. So let's go ahead and attach the front pieces first, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to need your needle and your yarn. To attach these 2 pieces together, put the wrong sides together, like so. We're going to be sewing into the back loops only, so we're only going to be picking up back loops of both. To sew this side together, let's go ahead and start by bringing our needle using this chain 2. So here's chain 1, chain 2, going to the back loop only, insert your needle and pull through. Now hold on to this yarn tail, we'll work on it later. Now same thing, bring your needle and use the chain 2, which is right here, back loop only, insert your needle and pull through. And now all we're going to do is whip stitch the 2 stitches together using back loops. So here I'm picking up back loop and back loop of this side and whip stitch. Again, pick up your next 2 loops, back loops only, and go ahead and whip stitch and repeat. So here I am picking up all the loops like so. The most important part here is you want to make sure that they're being attached equally, so they're the same stitches. To end, I'm just going to go into the chain 2 space, whip stitch into those chain 2 space, whip stitch one more time to secure it, open it up, and on the inside we're going to hide this yarn tail. So all we're going to do is same thing, pick up any of the stitches that you can and work on your yarn tail, weave it in back and forth. Here I'm coming back up. And then I'm just going to do it one more time, picking up any of the back loop stitches that I can. Like that. Don't pull too hard. Now you can cut this yarn tail. Now with this one, I should have left the long one, but you're going to do the same thing. And I'll show you on the other one how to work on this yarn tail. It's the same way. We're just going to go back and forth 3 times and hide it that way. Here's our center, and this is the one we worked on just now. Let's go ahead and attach one right over here. Now that we finished attaching this 2 to the center, we need to attach these 2 to the center and to the sides right here. So that's what we're going to be doing, is sewing these 2 together. Start the same way, and I'll meet you right over here to show you how to attach it using this space right here. So start the same way, and I'll meet you right over here. I went ahead and I whip stitched right over here, this side. And now I'm right at this point where we're meeting the chain 2 spaces right here. So I'm just going to pick it up so I can show you. Fold it the same exact way. And what we're going to do is we're going to split the chains. So there's chain 1 here and chain 1 here. But there's chain 2 right over here. So what we're going to do is, using one of the chains, we're going to attach it to this side, whip stitch it, and then turn it and then using this chain, the second chain that's left, pick it up, one loop, come to this side, right over here, insert your needle into that back loop and whip stitch. And now we're just going to whip stitch all the way until here. So one more time. What we did is we split this chain, one went on this side and one went on this side. And all we're going to do here is just whip stitch it right along the side until here. Here we finished attaching these two sides. Let's go ahead and repeat and do the same thing over here. So you're going to whip stitch until the chain and then split the chain. So one chain is going to be whip stitched to this chain and one chain is going to be whip stitched to this chain right over here, and then just continue whip stitching until this side. So continue working like that, and then I'll meet you and we're just going to attach the last one, and then we'll flip it and attach our last piece. Here we finished attaching these pieces. We need to attach this one now using whip stitches. And what we're going to do is start right over here, come this way, sew this part, and then come down and sew this part. So here we finished attaching the front. Now let's go ahead and move to the back, and it's the same exact way. So let's flip it, and I just want to quickly show you how it's going to be done. So here's our 7th piece, and we're going to place it right on top of the center one from the front. Now all we're going to do is, using these pieces right here, we're going to attach them to the center piece. So once again, same exact way, we're just going to attach it using all of these pieces to the center one. And our bag is going to be done. So go ahead and sew all of these pieces to the center one, same exact way as the front that we did. And I'll meet you and we'll work on the strap. So once you're done sewing, this is how it should look like. Here's the front and the back, and this is the inside. Next, let's go ahead and work on a quick strap, and I'll show you how that's done. Now using this chain 2 space right over here, so we have one here and one right over here. So into this chain 2 space, insert your hook, and using your yarn, wrap it around your hook, pull it through, hold on to your yarn tail, chain 1. Now into this chain 2 space, work 3 single crochets. Here's 1, 2, 3. Now next, usually we chain 1 and turn our work, but this time I'm not going to chain 1. I'm just going to turn my work. I know I have 3 single crochets that I need to work on, so I'm just going to go back into that last single crochet and work a single crochet. Again, into the middle one, I'm just going to work 1 single crochet. And then I know there's one over here, so I'm just going to work 1 single crochet into the last stitch. Don't chain 1, turn your work. And again, going back into that same stitch, work 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 1 single crochet. Now if you're having a hard time finding your stitches, you can chain 1 and turn your work and do your single crochets that way. Moving on, so turn your work and once again work your single crochets using the previous stitches. So you're always going to end up with 3 single crochets. Turn your work and again work your single crochets. Try not to work too tight. And this is how it looks like. So continue working, make your strap 40 inches to 42 inches. You can even make it as long as 45 inches, it's up to you. And lastly, we're just going to attach it to this chain 2 space and your bag is ready. Here I finished working on my strap and it's measuring 40 inches exactly. Now you can adjust it, just try on your bag and see how you want it to be, but mine is at 40 inches. Let's go ahead and attach the strap to this side right over here. So make sure your strap is not twisted. Bring it right to this side right here. Insert your hook into that chain 2 space and insert your hook into the strap, the last stitch that we worked on. Now that you have your hook inserted into the chain 2 space and it's on the loop of your strap, yarn over and pull through both the loop and the chain 2 space. Now chain 1. What we're going to do is we're going to attach the strap by working single crochets into the chain 2 space and picking up the single crochets of the strap. So insert your hook into the chain 2 space, find your single crochet of the strap, yarn over and make your first single crochet. Again, go into the chain 2 space, pick up the strap, the middle single crochet, and single crochet. And one more time, you're going to go into the chain 2 space and pick up the last single crochet of the strap and single crochet. Here we attach the strap. Now chain 1 and cut your yarn and you're done. All you need to do is weave in these yarn tails and your bag is finished. And this is how it looks like. And you can put whatever it is you want inside. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you try crocheting this bag. It was a lot of fun making it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.